Alright, so I don't know what happened with that other stuff, but this one's not working properly, and now my face is all blown out and big up in here, blah blah blah, and not properly scaled and whatnot, so we'll figure that out later. I gotta get, son of a bitch, I gotta get these drawers counted and stuff before we close, so hopefully nothing messes up on me anymore. But I will be back to posting videos, trying to post them regularly. Posting daily is really kind of hard for the average beginner, whatever you want to call it. Um, I mean, I guess it's kind of hard for the long subscriber if you've never vlogged before, you don't know how to edit it, and I'm doing very minimal editing on this too. I'm not even cutting out all the uhs and ums and anything else that comes along with all of that, and I'm not cutting out much of anything else except for like the pauses. I try to make the pauses as small as possible, but I'm also filming in such a way that I don't have to cut out the pauses necessarily. I like to cut off the beginning, the very beginning, and the end, kind of shorten it down a little bit, maybe split it up into two parts if it's extremely long and I find a breaking point where I can split it off. I try to do that much. But other than that, I'm really just trying to upload and post, get some different stuff in, like my name and my logos and stuff. I want all of those to be in one simple spot that I can just press a button and go. I want to be able to come here and talk and rant and listen, watch my YouTube videos, and get some pretty decent audio. I want you guys to see the cigar nights. Um, but yeah, no, I've been meaning to come out here and film some more stuff. I just got my green screen set up. Basically, it's honestly it's just Zoom, using the Zoom camera and an HDMI cord on my iPhone. Previously, on all the other videos, I was running between my Insta360 and my GoPro. And I'm just trying to get something very convenient and easy, quick to pull out. All the photos that you see, they're not running through right now. This background photo right now is just a photo that I downloaded off of Facebook or Instagram or wherever, and I thought it'd be a pretty cool background to have. So that's why that's set up like that. And I can, again, trying to set up my green screen and stuff for focus and where to put my body and everything on the screen is new to me. So that's why this one is not set up perfectly, and I'm also not able to. I also didn't have the time to set this up properly before I started recording. I try to get a little bit set up, but some of this stuff is just really hard to understand. It's harder to understand at the moment, especially when you're rushing, and me trying to do things off of a whim, idea, whatever you want to call it. Trying to do things in the heat of the moment while I have the idea fresh in my brain. It's just stuff that I'm going through, stuff that I'm picking and choosing to portray on and whatnot. So I got to write down on my stories for story time so I can do a little story time as well. I got to learn to take notes. I know that much. So this is just taking notes and documenting my process and my journey. And I hope you guys stay to follow along. I got a comment on one of my videos telling me to keep up and to continue, that my progress is getting better. So I appreciate that comment. Thank you, whoever you are. I can't remember the screen name, but I'll shout you out in the next video if I remember. But I just want to say thank you for that. Thank you for everybody who's liked. Thanks for the. I'm at 14 subscribers now, so that's pretty cool, fun, and amazing. You know, the more subscribers, the better. You know, what they say, success happens really slow and then all at once. So that's all I'm waiting for is that all at once. But what would I do if I made that kind of money? I have no clue. I hope that I would be smart enough to not spend it all. I hope that I would keep my job until I got everything sorted to where I didn't have to work. Hopefully, take take some time off and get this stuff going and document my life on that aspect of building the channel, building the brand, and building the nonprofits that I want to build, setting my parents up for the rest of their lives. So yeah, those are my goals. It's where I see myself in the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever the case may be. It's still kind of hard rolling through it because it's like, oh, do I want to do this and get famous off of this? Would I rather have, honestly, I don't want Mr. Beast style videos. A lot of people I hear talk about it and they're like, oh, that virality and that kind of money and this and that. And man, making that much money off of one video would be great. It really would, but having to keep up with the content the way he does and seeing how he works, the way he works, that life is not for me. This life of talking here and, hopefully gaining a couple subscribers here and there and reaching out and telling everybody about my products and the education and the charity work that I want to do, getting people involved and doing that is kind of where I want to be. So I want to go around and help my other friends and their businesses and promote them, and I guess I understand why people start second channels and third channels to promote their work, because they're already getting a certain algorithm on this channel or that channel, and I don't know, it's just, I guess if I eventually get big enough to where I can afford to work with people that want to help, then yeah, we'll do it that way. But until then, this is what I'm gonna be. This is where I'm gonna be at, and this is how I'm gonna do it. This video is definitely gonna be longer. Longer than most of the videos out here. So there's that. But so ideas for nonprofits that people think are great, but I need help working on. So I'm not trying to steal the name or anything like that, but the general concept of a fantasy factory, Rob Dyrdek's fantasy factory, basically. General concept behind that is what it is. Rob Dyrdek created this place to do the things that he wanted to do, sort of, his style, Jackass style, punk style. It's just where they work and they have all this fun stuff in there to do. So my idea is a veteran-based nonprofit where we allow veterans to come and pursue their dreams or just release or have a good time. And we don't require anything but proof of veteran status. So like in the state of Texas, if you show your duty 214, you get veteran on the bottom of your ID. If you got one of those, you got a VA card, you got a DD 214, stuff like that. So that'll get you our services for free. And basically we're starting off as almost nothing. Okay. Basically, we're starting off from nothing. Basically, just the events that I'm hosting now. You get the Silky's Invasion. You get, when we go out and do our birthday events, you get to show up. All you got to do is show up, man. You get to do those. You get to join in on axe throwing, Top Golf when we do those events. Like I said, it's just me and a couple buddies who provide the area, and you just show up. We provide the venue, and you show up. If you need anything else, like snacks or drinks or whatever, that's on you to provide at minimum. You know, sometimes there will be people that carry out, but that's not an expectation of everybody else to help out. You know, all you got to do is find a way to the event, whether that's calling another veteran to come pick you up, calling a buddy, getting your mom to drop you off, whatever the case may be. You know, we don't discriminate. It's just, you know, the main leaders of the group don't always have the time or the funds to pick people up. So yeah, I mean, very very basic small rules. Um, if you consider those rules. But yeah, so that's basically it. And then to get the Fantasy Factory, you know, hopefully we'll get people seeing what we're doing and how many people we're inviting out here and doing all this stuff. They'll be like, hey, I want to be a part of that. How can my company do this? So we'll write up some plans on how much it costs to do this once a month, how much it costs to do this once a month. You know, so if we're doing 2 hours of Top Golf once a month, you know, that comes out to renting 2 bays for 2 hours. You know, it's like $300. So you know, $300 times 52 weeks, because we do, or not 52 weeks. Right now it's once a month, so we'll do it by 12. You know, 300 times 12 is like $3,200. So then we'll be like, okay, it's $3,200 for this. It's, you know, probably about the same price for axe throwing, for, you know, 2 bays. You know, we'll do that, and then we'll get all this money collected throughout the year, and then monthly we'll be like, okay, so we're paying all this out for the month to go out and do all this stuff. So you know, that's not a bad deal to me. You know, and then we'll just add more and more and more and more stuff. And at the end of it, what I really want to do is to have a building that we can do all that stuff, but also have like a little auto mechanics learning apprenticeship where people come in and build and work on cars and do all that stuff, but also like a paintball range, indoor slash outdoor, airsoft range, indoor and outdoor, art gallery if people like who like art can come out and give them a safe place to paint, maybe a shooting range, um, target practice and stuff, a small go kart course for beginners, maybe even a small racetrack skid pad for like drifting and bring your own car and do your own things. Again, like I said, the expansion on this would be limitless because you know basketball goals, football fields, all of that stuff. We have, you know, during football season or any, even year round, you know, we have our Turkey Bowl that another event that I host. We could have, you know, a flag football team. We could have competitions, tournaments. Get in with the schools of the veterans and say, hey, we have this place over here. If you guys want to join in, you know, we'll donate our spaces and our areas for the kids to come after school for veterans and stuff like that. Charge, you know, take the fees down from after school services for, you know, struggling families and stuff like that. You just expand crazily, and I know there's not. It's nearly impossible for one organization to handle all of that stuff, but I guess it would just be cool to help where I can. And we're just going to close this out for now because I think I'm done talking about that. Bye.